Hello, everybody. Welcome to Early Stoppage MMA, where today we're going to be talking about the UFC fighters we've given up on. You ready to go?
Yeah, there might be some hatred and some sadness in this
Yeah,
video.
there's likely to be vitriol and bitterness. Just a fair warning. Maybe some
As
bias involved. Um,
100%.
we'll kick things off with I think that somebody that most people would consider an enemy at this point, and that is Kevin Holland. This dude pisses me off because he's so inconsistent. I mean, that's the main thing. Like, he goes from having a close fight with just the most average jobber in the division, and then he smokes someone who's actually kind of good. And you're like, oh, is this guy on a run? And he's always like, oh, I'm taking it more seriously. I'm committing to this weight class. And then he fucking lets D-Rod become ranked. Like, what are we doing
Yeah,
here?
I like that you wrote that down. Yeah, if you become the man to allow D-Rod to be ranked, there should be some public shame involved, I think.
Yes. It's like, how could you do
But
this to us?
I got to be honest with you here. This is probably the pick of yours that I agree with the least because I never was like super high on Kevin Holland. I don't know if I ever was on the hype train, so I don't know if I could really give up on him.
Yeah, I think I would agree. I'm not I wouldn't say I've ever been super high on Kevin Holland. It's just one of those things where
Yeah.
he'll be super active, everybody kind of gets behind him and you're like, "Okay, is he going to do something? Is he actually good?" And he's locking in and taking his career seriously. And then no, he just will completely
No,
fall apart for some reason. And a lot of times it's like
Dude,
baffling fight IQ too. So,
that's another good point. No, I don't know if you're giving D-Rod enough credit here, man. D-Rod's a tough fight.
I I'm
I'm
not giving
kidding.
D-Rod credit.
Yeah, no,
I can't
I'm
even
joking.
I can't
That was
even
hard to say.
pretend.
That was hard to say.
I ain't doing it. No
Yeah,
mystery.
yeah. No, I would agree with you with Kevin Holland. No, it's probably time to cut the Kevin Holland glaze.
Yeah, he's
We,
always going to
we
be.
Kevin Holland has hit his peak.
Yeah,
I think that it's for sure that he's hit his peak and he's on the descend. Probably is
yeah,
fair. It's safe to say. I would say.
yeah. He'll come out and he'll beat some guy ranked slightly above him. Like he'll have a fight with Jeff Neal and like KO Jeff Neal, and everybody will go
Yeah.
crazy. He'll be back in the rankings, and then immediately he'll lose to like Neil Magny or something. Like that is just that is Kevin Holland's career at this point. It's ridiculous. But what
The
else is
the
there to
fall.
even say about Kevin Holland?
Yeah. No, our next one though might be the only fall from grace
Ooh,
higher than that.
yeah.
It's Mr. Bam Bam Tai Tuivasa.
This one hurts.
This one is the hardest on the list for me because I don't. This is the only one that I have not chose to give. I do not want to give up on him.
Hmm.
The other two of my picks, I have verbally and mentally like come to a conclusion of myself where it's I'm out. I've taken points off of him. I'm off the train. Taito Ivasa, I want it so bad. I want it so bad. But I genuinely do believe that you would have to go outside of the top 15 of heavyweight to find somebody that he beats.
Yes.
It is an unfortunate thing to say, but I genuinely believe that he definitely should not be ranked, and you would have to find someone outside of the rankings for him to be ranked or for him to win.
Yeah, I think it's made
And
all the worse too by the fact that like he's such a like he's got personality, entertaining to watch for the most part, and to see it all just like vanish. It's like growing up. You know what I mean? And learning the world is not the way it has been when you're a kid and you have the rose tinted glasses on. It's just
that's
heartbreaking.
that is true. The other issues that I have, written down is inactivity has been a pretty fairly big issue for him,
Yes.
and that has led to weight issues. Supposedly this guy's like 310 pounds or
Oh,
something
dude, he
right
looks like
now.
a bowling ball. Have you seen him?
Yeah, I have not seen him to be honest with you, but I've seen the memes and I've seen a lot saying that he is well above 300 pounds right now.
He is built
It's,
like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from
oh no,
Ghostbusters. It's crazy.
that he's not even like a huge like he's what maybe like 6 foot 6'2".
He's not. Yeah, he's not the tallest
He's
guy.
yeah no he's not yeah. So
I, w-
it it sucks to pull the plug on the shoeies in my opinion.
I just want one more, man. I just want one
I,
more
you
Chewy,
know
dude. It would make me so happy.
I'll tell you the matchup to give him Dante Mays, dude. He
Dante
would
Mays is gone though.
Oh, that's true. R.I.P. Dante.
One day.
Damn.
I
Dude,
look back on the Tuivasa era fondly, bro.
BKFC, Dante Mays versus Tai Tuivasa will get a shoe.
I don't know, man. He may be going to BK. He may be going to KFC, but he ain't going to BKFC. So
he's hitting the Burger King.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, we'll move on to the next one. No, this is great. Cheeto, fucking Cheeto. I was a Cheeto fan. Cheeto was one of those fighters, you know, when you get into the sport at the beginning and you attach to some fighter randomly that's like not amazing, but you're just captivated by them for whatever reason. That was Cheeto for me. Like he was knocking people out,
well.
and yeah, you do. Coming soon. With Cheeto, it's one of those things like he has so much potential because he's got great striking when he uses it. He's got an iron chin, and he's got insane defense on the feet, which unfortunately all three of what I just said have been kind of like slipping away. Like his striking is still sharp, but he's incredibly inactive in his fights. Like he just doesn't throw. He just tries to kind of wait for that sniper shot that got him KOs against Dominic Cruz, and I forgot who he KO'd before that, but and it just worked so well for him. Not only that too, but like in his last fights, he's just been kind of grappled by people. And Cheeto used to have pretty good grappling, and I think a lot of people forget that. It has completely just regressed. Like he's not even a threat anymore on the ground. He can't sweep. He can't get up. He's just stuck there. He's having competitive fights with people ranked way below him, and we've seen in his last fight that it looks like his chin is maybe going away, which is a huge attribute of his. Like his defense on the feet, like his high guard and stuff, is really good. But Davison Figueiredo dropped him, so like I don't know anymore.
I think we've talked quite a bit about Cheeto Vera in turn. Like we've kind of had the idea on the list of the video, just like fighters we could fix.
Yes.
If we could make a Cheeto Vera who fought like it was the last round of the fight.
Yes.
And was losing, if we could make him just fight like it's the 5th round at all times, or even just in each round at some point, not even the whole round. If he could just do that for the majority of a fight,
yes,
I do think that there is a good chance that he is a top 5 bantamweight, which is a tough division. Like he has the skill.
Yes.
I think that it comes down to, like you said, the activity in fights.
Mm-hmm.
And also I would kind of put Cheeto Vera in the group of guys where like his skill level kind of depends on the fight and who he's fighting.
Yeah, he fights to the pace of the other person for sure.
Yeah, he fights to the pace of the other person 100%. So it's like we saw him have some success against Sean, but then we've seen him, you know, have some like very poor fights against guys that are not, you know, that he should beat easily.
Yeah.
So I would kind of agree with you on this. This is another one of your picks where it's like I have never really been on the Cheeto train, but I 100% agree with what you're saying, and I do think that it's probably about time for Cheeto to, you know, he got his title shot.
Yeah,
good for him.
I still think that there is a chance for Cheeto to turn it around. I think I might be giving up on him just because he has all this potential, he has all these things, and instead of getting better at this stuff, it kind of seems like he's getting worse. And it's not only is he not picking it up, it's just not improving at all. So I think that's my case for Cheeto. Just final thoughts, putting a bow on that. So we'll move on to the next one. Boom.
Leon Rocky Edwards. This sucks. If there's anybody who's been watching these videos to the last London fight night when he fought Sean Brady, you know how I feel about Leon. You know, and this man has burnt me so many times. What I wrote down about Leon Edwards has nothing to do with fighting. This man has literally, like, all these things are true on the screen. He has let me down. Every time I've picked this man, he loses. And this guy and my next pick are both dudes that, like, as I was watching the sport, I'm like, oh, I like him. You know, he's cool, and I just get the attachment. In Leon more so than my next guy, 100%. I got this attachment and I stuck to it, and he has let me down every single time. Especially recently, we all know what's been happening. This is truly the closest I've ever been to crying in MMA. When he lost to Bilal, when he got dumped on his head in Looney Tunes KO'd, not really KO'd. We know what we're talking about here. That was the most heartbreaking moment of my life. And I, before that fight, genuinely was so confident that I was willing to bet a tattoo on this. And thankfully, no one took me up on that offer. Because I genuinely was delusional enough to say that, I offered the bet to multiple people saying, will you take this bet with me? And everyone told me no. I thanked them. It sucks for Leon. This genuinely hurts my heart to say that I'm giving up on him, but what else can I do? You know, I've done my due diligence as a Leon Edwards fan, and he has not paid me back.
Yeah.
Do it.
I just for the audience, I watched it. I watched that fight with my co-host here, and it was like a black hole opened in the room watching him get dominated. It did not feel good at all. And I picked Bilal, but it was unfortunate. I mean, I've always tried to be very realistic about Leon. I've tried not to be like an outwards like hater or anything. There's aspects of what he does that I don't love, like him being kind of inactive and not being like super entertaining. But I can totally see as a fan where you're coming from in terms of just like having to make that statement win against Sean Brady and not having a modicum of success at all.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah. When you're that close to potentially getting another shot at the belt too is brutal. And then not only that, but then proceeding to take so much time off, like in between both of those fights. It's like, what are we doing here? You know? And it doesn't seem like he sharpened his tools between those fights either at all.
No.
So it's like he's just taking time off kind of to take time off. So it's super frustrating. I can totally see where your feelings are coming from on this one.
And to kind of, prove the point of where I'm at on Leon is I genuinely have to think if I'm going to pick Leon or Prates. That's genuinely a thought for me.
Whoa.
So I'm not making a pick right now, but
in a later video.
In a later video, I've been kind of struggling with that fight because it hurts my heart to pick anybody but Leon.
Yeah.
This is my boy, and oh man, this sucks. The whole mood of this video switched up. This sucks. My next one we'll have some good laughs about, but this one is my true pick of someone that
genuine pain
and like really sucks to see what has happened to him.
Yeah. There is nothing worse than having to kind of give up on a fighter that you love as like, damn, I don't think he has it anymore. You know, that was me with like Dominic Reyes initially. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
And that was brutal.
We're getting the revenge story of Dominic Reyes though.
True.
So maybe
one
Leon.
Day
I was going to drop a little bit of lore too about this Sean Brady fight. So we all know, you know how excited I get about guillotines.
Yeah, I do.
You know the guillotine love that's in my heart. Yeah, you know what that meant.
Yeah.
But still rocking on with the guillotine. You know, I'm not jumping train on guillotine. That is not part of this list. On to the next.
All right. Brian Ortega. This one, I should have jumped off this train earlier. I picked Brian Ortega to be Diego Lopez. I don't know why I did that. I picked Brian Ortega to beat Aljamain Sterling. However, that was before the weight miss, and I would have changed my pick you know, within that sort of time frame. Because after you have a weight cut that bad, that you're not winning that fight. But I think we've seen at this point that like Brian Ortega cannot make weight anymore reliably. So he's putting all these fights in jeopardy, and not only that, but like he's putting himself in jeopardy by drastically missing weight and then going into a fight in horrendous condition. It's just all around not good. This elite grappler is never fucking grappling anymore. The last time we saw him grapple, he didn't try to grapple in the Lopez fight. He didn't try to grapple in the Aljamain Sterling fight. Well, he did, and he had a little bit of success until he and he threatened some submissions, but that wasn't until like the very end of the fight. And it's like, what are we doing here? He tried to stand up and fight Yair and got dropped, but then when he got dropped and it went to the ground, he started whooping Yair's ass, and then it was like, oh shit, yeah, I'm a grappler. And then he finished Yair. Should have taken the lessons from that, but he didn't. He did not take those lessons at all. The chin is receding. He's been dropped in his last 3 fights. So that's not that's also bad. That was a huge part of what made him kind of good, was his ability to just walk through stuff. And like his boxing is good, but when you are a world-class grappler, like top 10 most dangerous grapplers in the UFC, why the fuck are you not grappling people? I just cannot fathom it. And then the complete lack of a finishing instinct. Having Aljo hurt like he did in that moment, with how urgently he needed to finish to win that fight at all, and just gave up on the opportunity, was infuriating. That, and like every time walking forward, having some success against him, and then deciding, you know what, I'm only going to do that intermittently and instead just back up or just circle the entire fight, was unforgivable. It made me so angry. So, yeah, I'm done with Brian Ortega.
This is an interesting one for me because we've talked about this now probably 4 his last 3 fights.
Yep.
He needs to go to 55.
Yeah.
Why is he not going to 55? Why has that not been a thing already? And why do they keep allowing him to fight at 45, knowing the issues that he has?
Well, supposedly he was going to fight at 55 before this Aljamain fight. Which might be why he missed weight. So who knows? Maybe that's not entirely his fault. That's kind of on the UFC. But he supposedly had a fight signed, or almost signed, with, I think he said, a legendary lightweight. And it just, I don't know. And it just never came to pass. So,
well, still though, I mean, you got to kind of know, and this is, I don't know to blame this on him or his team or you. There's no one that I can put the blame on here, but somebody is doing something wrong by him. It might be himself, it might be his team.
I think it's a combination of probably all of those.
I'm sure it is, and like how he looked at the weigh-ins for that China card against Aljo is ridiculous. Like, why was that man allowed to fight the next day?
I don't know. I cannot fathom that.
Especially against an absolute killer like Aljo. But like a little Aljo glaze here. Dude, Aljo genuinely, I think, could outbox Canelo. That guy is a freaking monster. Just, maybe too far.
I think I'm putting you on the list. I'm putting you on the fighters I'm giving up on.
Dude, you're giving up on my takes?
I'm kidding.
Aljo, bro. We'll have plenty of time to talk about Aljo. But yeah, sure. No, I've given up. I want to make a little preface to this. I've given up on Ortega at 45. I think at 55 there is success for him to have, and I think that there's a lot of winnable fights at 55.
That certainly seems possible. I just don't know if I don't know if he has it anymore. Like genuinely, like the spirit, I think, might be gone.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying, but like if he goes up to 55, I think the chin will get better, right? Because the chin is obviously struggling due to the weight cut.
I think that's part of it for sure. Yeah.
And even with no finishing instinct, like just hitting your points here.
Yeah.
First off, he will have to grapple at 55. If he does not grapple at 55, he's screwed. 100%. He will get messed up at 55 if he does not grapple. And I'm not even talking against like the top 5. I'm just saying, like a fun matchup would be him versus Moicano or something, or him versus Dariush, something like that. That would be an easy fight, not an easy fight, but a winnable fight at 55 for his first fight.
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully that covers the weight misses. Hopefully that covers, the chin issues. And I think those are 100% winnable fights. I would probably pick him against, most of the people outside of the top 10 at 55, I would
Yeah.
say. And even, I would pick him against Dariush, who's number 9.
Yeah. He just needs to
I think
get
after that he
dangerous again.
struggled.
Yeah. You make some
Yeah,
very good points. I just don't know if I can trust him anymore.
I understand that. I picked Aljo, so I expected what happened. But
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, you know. Oh
It's
boy,
true. It's true.
is it time?
It's time. It's time.
It's time to hit the Jamal Hill,
Boom. Yep.
dude. All right, I'm gonna get kind of personal with you guys here. I truly, truly, 100% believed Jamal Hill was gonna knock out Poatan. This is true, and I have alibis. There's probably
Mm-hmm.
text messages out there
Mm-hmm. I'm
of
sure
me
between
saying,
us.
yeah, 100% between us, that I was genuinely picking Jamal Hill. I don't know why. I do not know why. When I was getting into the sport, not even necessarily getting into the sport, but like picking the sport or watching it at a deeper level than I did as like casual, I would say. Like I think that I had a phase of casual fandom, and then now where I kind of watch everything. I don't know what it was about Jamal Hill. At the very start, it was like, yeah, dude, this guy's a beast, bro. This guy's so cool. And yeah, and then we all know what's happened in his last 3 fights. I have no idea why. I don't know why I picked him against Poatan. There is no good reason. I truly believe I might be the only person on this side of the Mississippi that did it. Unless you're in Jamal Hill's camp, I don't think that there's anybody else. I truly don't think so. And I also, my worst pick of this year, I picked him over Khalil, bro. This guy is my worst pick every year, so I think that it's time for me to give up on Jamal Hill. I picked him last year, picked him to beat Poatan, didn't happen. I don't remember the Yuri pick. I think I did pick Yuri, so that was smart. But then I was like, oh, he's going to get Khalil. I was like, Khalil's on this hype train, and yeah, clearly Khalil is on a hype train for a reason. That guy is a monster, and I loved his fight. I picked Khalil against Poatan too. Maybe I'm a Poatan hater. I don't know, but dude, it's unforgivable picking Jamal Hill to beat Poatan. It is my worst pick probably of all time. I put footwork, sad face. We all know Jamal Hill footwork. It's goofy. I this one, I am baffled at myself about this, to be honest with you.
Yeah. This is mine where like I have never been on the Jamal Hill train at all. Like we met each other just before UFC 300, and we were talking about this fight, and you told me you were picking Jamal Hill, and I think to your face, without really knowing each other, I said there's no way in hell or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's probably
I was
how
like,
that
I
went.
think you're insane, and I think he's just gonna
Yeah.
smoke him or whatever. So like you can testify, like I've never been high on Jamal Hill. I've always found him to be exactly kind of what we know him to be now. But I cannot fathom being like, as a fan of Jamal Hill, just how devastating the last
Dude.
3 fights have been.
I will say that I think that I really gave up. Like I would have called myself a Jamal Hill fan. Like I genuinely probably would have had him in my top 5 fighters at UFC 300.
Yeah.
After UFC 300, he was 100% not in my top 5 fighters. Like even when he fought Khalil a couple months ago, I was like, I picked him, but I was not like, oh, I believe in him.
Yeah.
So, dude, but yeah, dude. I mean, I don't have really any excuses. There's no good excuses. I did want to bring up a point about him, and I want to hear your thoughts about this. I don't know if we talked about this.
Okay.
I don't remember where I heard this from. I don't remember if it was like what podcast or what. It might have been a video or even a commentary team. Somebody was talking about Jamal Hill needing to change weight classes, and they brought up, in my opinion, the idiotic idea of him going down, which seems crazy to me. I do not think that he would make 185.
No.
I do have maybe a delusional take. I think he could find some success at heavyweight. Not that it's a crazy division and it's super hard, but I think that there is a world we could see Jamal Hill in like the top 7 of heavyweight if he went up.
He could, yeah, because he could just swing wildly and fluke something like
Yes.
the other generic kind of unranked heavyweights that on any given day have a chance of getting to
Yeah.
like 7th in the rankings. I think that's true. Whoever said that he should go down to middleweight is out of their goddamn mind.
I agree. I don't remember. I need to find where I heard that from. It was like a very popular.
Mm-hmm.
It was not just like some. It was not like dudes like
Yeah.
us on the internet.
No.
It was somebody with an audience talking that Jamal Hill would be better off at 85, and I was just like, "There's no."
They're in
way
fucking.
that-
They're living in la la land, bro. Because that
I
is
would agree with
crazy
that.
stuff. He would
Because
get all fucking annihilated.
Dude, 100%. But I think that there is a chance that he could have some success at heavyweight, bro. Like I'm not even saying this because I hate Waldo Cortez Acosta, but I do hate Waldo Cortez Acosta and think Jamal Hill could beat him.
Oh, I don't.
I really do.
I don't know about that.
I
one.
really do. Like Marcin Tybura, I'm probably picking Jamal Hill. I mean, you know,
I don't know.
it would be.
I don't
You know
know
what would be? You know what would be the ultimate meme? And I already know how this would go. We all know how this would go. Jamal Hill versus Walter Walker would be hilarious.
He'd fucking blow up his ankle
Dude.
again, bro. He'd rip
he
his
would
Achilles tendon in half
rip
again.
that Achilles again, dude. Walter Walker might chew on it in the middle of the cage.
Yeah.
Like I don't know really what's happening with Jamal Hill now. Like he doesn't have anything announced, does he?
No. I mean, what do you even
You
do?
should.
Like he
Yeah, I mean,
does he just fight like randoms at like heavyweight? I mean, it kind of makes sense to go to heavyweight, but even then, like I think Jamal Hill has hit his ceiling hard.
Yeah, 100%. I do think if he stays at 205, Guskov is an option. I do think that like is the fight probably at 205. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I think he loses.
Yeah,
but
I do too.
you know, I don't know.
Dude,
man.
he's
Going up to
so
heavyweight would be fun.
yeah. And he's, you know what the crazy thing too is? He's not even losing. He's kind of losing to people that are like, they're good in their own right, but they're not like, Khalil's fairly technical, so I will say that. But imagine, bro, what like fucking Jan Blachowicz from like 3 years ago would have done to fucking this man. Oh my god.
No, there is some crazy matchups if you put Jamal Hill into like even when he won his title, which I do think when he won his title against Glover, I thought that was a good performance. I will stand by that. I think that I know Glover was like 49.
Yeah.
But I do think that performance was solid.
Yeah.
But I don't know, bro. And he didn't deserve it either, probably.
No.
Like I really don't think that he deserved the title shot.
No.
But hey, you know, it's all about opportunity. We've seen a lot of this one is the only one in my head that's like, what was wrong with me? Why did I think a man with 2 thumbs up tatted on his chest would be a good pick in any combat?
Yeah.
Like if I saw this guy, I would be so not intimidated by this dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, and I'm sure that that's exactly how Poatan Yuri and Khalil felt.
Yeah.
Because this is insane. I have nothing else to say, man. I'm just saying this.
No, it's all good. I think one more can even be said about Jamal Hill. I think that the footwork frowny face kind of says it all.
Footwork frowny face, 2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down. 2 chest thumbs down.
Could we get a mythical fighter if he gets that shit covered up, dude? If he just gets a sick ass chest tat, there might be a world Jamal Hill comes back. And I will say that, Jamal, please, I want to be a fan. I'm saying that because you're listening, hopefully. I need it. Please get that tattoo covered up, dude. You make enough money, bro. Just do it. You don't even play on the brand, does he? Like, does he have thumbs up merch?
No, I don't know.
Is that a thing? What is he doing?
I've always
let him get that, dude?
I don't know. For me, the thing that pisses me off about it is that it looks like the hamburger helper gloves.
It does. No, it does. And like I don't want to just turn this into a I hate Jamal Hill rant, but he's burned me. I probably have lost money. I probably have bet on this guy at some point with somebody.
Yeah.
And what happened also? Like, if we look at him on the Contender Series, he was fucking jacked, dude. Now look at him; he's got like a belly and like, okay, like he hit champ status and just gave up.
Don't know, man.
Seeing him with a belt on is just crazy. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, these are the fighters that what the heck? These are the fighters that we don't believe in anymore. I guess I should put it that way. So thanks for watching, everybody. Leave your fighters that you've given up on in the comments below, and we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace.